Hey guys, it's Gigi. Come on into my kitchen. How is everyone today? Today I'm going to be fixing one of my very favorites, and that is kielbasa and cabbage. I love it. I could eat it. I can honestly fix it every single week, except for the fact that my husband doesn't love it as much as I love it. So what I'm using is the Cabbage. This is the skinless. Okay, this is the skinless kielbasa that I'm using. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I have got my cast iron pan here. I've got a little avocado oil in it and some butter. I'm going to dice this up, and little medallion slices, going to cut them all about the same size. Then I'm going to pop them on my stove top and start to cook them until they just get a little caramelization on them. Then I'm going to remove them from the pan, because that's the same pan that I'm going to cook my cabbage in. And I have my cabbage here as well. So we'll be cutting that up together, okay? So we're going to just give our kielbasa a good chopping, and then we're going to get it to cooking on the stovetop. And while that's cooking, we will chop up our cabbage. And then, of course, once my cabbage gets done, I like to just fry it up in the pan in some oil and some butter and season it really well with some onion powder, garlic powder, just some seasonings to give it some really, oh yeah, and bacon grease. I just love to give it good flavor. But I've got all these chopped up the same. And so I'm going to get my, like I said, my cast iron pan. I'm going to heat it up and get it to cooking on the stovetop. I'll be back and we'll chop up the cabbage together. Okay, I've got the kielbasa cooking on the stovetop. And I also love to cook onions in with my cabbage. So I went ahead and sliced up an onion. Now let's get this cabbage sliced up and get it ready to go in there. Just kind of try to roughly chop it all about the same size. And once I take that kielbasa up out of the pan, I'll put this in there with all those bits and pieces from the Polish sauce, the kielbasa cooking, and so it can absorb all those flavors of the oil and the bacon grease and the butter and all that it's frying in right now. As a matter of fact, I'm going to move y'all over there and let y'all see down inside the pan, okay? I've got us over here at my stove. You can see getting a nice caramelization on that kielbasa. So we're just going to let it finish cooking up just a little bit more. And then I'm going to move it over here to this plate that I've got over here with a paper towel and just let it sit over there until I'm ready to put it back in. Because y'all see all that goodness that's down in this pan. Yeah, we're going to put our cabbage and our onion inside there, inside this same pan, and just carry on with those flavors. And my bacon grease is getting pretty low. I'm either going to have to fry me up some bacon or buy some bacon up. Okay, guys, let's take up our kielbasa and get our cabbage into our pan. Okay, we have got our cabbage and our onions into our same pan that we... Okay, I've made up a little bit of broth, and we're going to add it over into our pan. And then we're going to pop this lid back on there and let it keep cooking. And guys, I'm going to put us some fresh garlic in with our cabbage. Guys, our cabbage is looking good. It's smelling so good. Starting to get tender. So we're just going to let it keep right on cooking. Guys, we're going to go ahead and put our sausage, our kielbasa, back into our cabbage. Guys, our cabbage and kielbasa is done, and I want y'all to take a look. Okay, guys, it's time to give our cabbage and kielbasa. Y'all see the steam coming off of it? It's time to give it a taste test, which, like I said, this is one of my favorites, and I've made it so many times, but I want to give it a taste test with y'all, and then I'm going to go and enjoy my bowl. My head is hot. It's that steam. Comfort food. At least it is for me. Straight up comfort food. I love cabbage any way you can cook it, but cabbage and kielbasa. And I also love, and I grew up having kielbasa and sauerkraut. I like it that way too. My husband not so much. He don't really care for the sauerkraut, so I don't make it. I have made it during the day just for my lunch. You know, put me a little sauerkraut in there and cut me up some cabbage and made it for my lunch. He's not a real fan of the sauerkraut, but guys, you just can't go wrong. In the cold frigid temps, easy, inexpensive. I mean, you could make a meal just off the cabbage and kielbasa if you wanted to. Because this, you buy a head of cabbage and kielbasa. That's delicious. Delicious. Well, listen, I'm not going to keep you any longer. Thank you for being here with me. Thank you for supporting my page just by being here. I appreciate it. Thank you to all of my new followers. Welcome. I hope that I'll put out some dishes and some recipes that you'll want to try for yourself or for your family. But above all else, I want to close out every video and encourage you to be the hands and feet of Jesus. Be his mouthpiece. Share his loving kindness with somebody today, okay? Especially during the holiday season. I'll see you guys next time for another great recipe. Bye-bye.